In Tampa Bay, Florida, 400 million gallons of wastewater have been dumped into Tampa Bay. What? 400 million gallons. Just try to fathom that. 480 million gallons of wastewater have been dumped into Tampa Bay, creating a terrible red tide. So this is an actual statement, press release, July 19th, 2021. More than 24 local businesses and conservation groups today asked Governor DeSantis to declare a state of emergency due to the ongoing red tide and fish kills in and around Tampa Bay. The St. Petersburg City Council and Mayor also have requested that the governor declare a state of emergency to help coordinate and fund the needed cleanup efforts and mitigate the worsening red tide. The red tide appeared in Tampa Bay shortly after Florida regulators in March authorized the discharge of 480 million gallons of wastewater from the Piney Point something stack. Word that my brain just doesn't want to pronounce right now. So basically, this place, I looked into it more. It's fucking huge. It's basically a reservoir of wastewater from a fertilization plant that's the wastewater from when they were making fertilizer, and they just store it in a giant fucking lake a man-made lake. So this is what happened. They discharged it because it was about to either overflow into the city or they dumped it. So they just dumped it into Tampa Bay. The Gobstack is a mountain of toxic waste topped by an impoundment of hundreds of millions of gallons of processed wastewater, stormwater, and tons of degraded spoil from Port Manatee. So-called nutrient pollution like nitrogen, phosphorus from the discharge can significantly worsen red tides. The hundreds of tons of dead marine life discovered in recent weeks has included manatees, groupers, which weigh hundreds of pounds, as well as pufferfish, eel, horseshoe crabs, sheepshead, mullet, snook, red drum, tarpon, sharks, gopher, catfish, numerous other species of fish. This red tide's carnage is horrific and infuriating. Tampa Bay desperately needs help cleaning up the mess, and Florida needs to get its act together and start holding pollutants accountable, and will continue to be significant threats to our way of life. So let me just state this again. Hundreds of tons of dead marine life are floating to the surface in Tampa Bay right now, because 480 million gallons of wastewater was dumped into Tampa Bay, and only local news outlets are talking about it. The reason I heard about this was from, oh God, I can't remember his name. He surfs on Florida. This is, Juke Squad. They do like trampolines and shit, crazy stuff. Love their videos. And he talked about one of these red tides last year when they dumped a bunch of Okeechobee water into the ocean. Same kind of thing here with the red tide happening. There's a red tide in Mass. Can't go kayaking basically anywhere I want because of that. I'm not getting fucking ingesting that shit. But no one's fucking talking about this shit. So